Hi, my name is Angela. Welcome to my cardboard classes. In this video, we're going to look at some glues and adhesives that I use in the cardboard projects. You're going to see me using them on your instructional videos. The thing is that you can choose whatever you want. Cardboard is probably the most glue-friendly material there is, so you can actually replace the adhesives and the glues that I'm using in any kind that you feel like, providing it does the same work. I use two types of adhesive tapes. One is more familiar than the other. Masking tape, paper tape. I prefer the 1/2-inch low-tech kind, 3.5 to 4.5 centimeters wide. It's the kind you can remove easily and tear easily. Second type of tape is the gum craft, and definitely not the kind with the threads in it. I prefer the ones without the lines. If you have a choice, you want it to be smooth looking, no lines on it, and you want it to be thinner rather than thicker. That's if you have a choice. If you don't have a choice, you take whatever you get. The width is anywhere between 1.5 and 2 inches. This is between 3.5 centimeters and 5 centimeters wide. They will all do. I prefer to have two types of width. It is usually useful. And if you can't get it anywhere, that's fine too. You can use brown paper with any kind of liquid glue you have, PVA or transparent glue. It will do the job. If you take only one roll, take the narrow one, the 1.5 inch or 3.5 centimeters wide. The next type I use is hot glue, the one that goes into the hot glue gun. I do use it a lot because it's faster. I like it, but you do not have to use it. If you don't like working with hot glue gun, you can glue it with all kinds of other glues. You can replace it with good quality liquid glue, preferably wood glue, white wood glue. But if you do go for the hot glue, you need to know what you're getting. There are different qualities. You cannot tell them by the way they look. You need to know what you're buying and probably where you're buying. I would say if you have a familiar brand with good recommendation, go for it. If you have a good hardware store, this would be a better place to buy than in a hobby shop. Anyway, you have to look into it locally. What I do recommend is test it. If you can't buy just a couple of sticks, put them into the gun and just put them to work with a couple pieces of cardboard, let it dry, and then pull them apart. If the cardboard tears, it's okay. If the cardboard does not tear and all the glue, the chunk of glue, stays on one piece of cardboard, this is not a good kind of glue. Sometimes you can find this color, pale yellow. It is sometimes best suited for cardboard. Now they can be milky white or they can be transparent. There is no difference in quality according to the way they look. The next group is liquid glues. Me personally, I only work with white glues, but you can definitely work with liquid transparent glue. You have to know it. I'm not familiar with them, so I cannot recommend them to you. Now the white glues, there are different kinds and different qualities. The yellow glue, which is carpenter's glue or wood glue, is also of the same line. It's not necessary, and we don't like the fact that it is dyed. The color will sometimes see through our finishing. So we'll stick to the white glues that leave transparent finish. Basically, we have two groups, two levels of qualities. The craft and hobbies one, it is less concentrated, it is more liquid. And then we have the more professional group, which is thicker glue, and it is more concentrated. I recommend to use the better type, the more concentrated types, to be on the safe side. Again, there's probably a difference in the stores where you can buy them. The wood glue will be in hardware stores and the other kind will be in hobby stores. And then there is the third kind, the yellow kind. The yellow is not its natural color. They add dye to it for us to be able to tell that it is the kind that is better. It's more concentrated, it's stronger, but we actually do not need it, so we stick with the white wood glue. Sometimes you can also find fast drying white glue, and in some places there's even faster drying white glue. I've already seen 2 minutes, so I wouldn't go for the 2 minutes. I would take the fast kind. However, although I recommend the wood glue, which is a better glue, you can still work with a hobby type glue. Just make sure it gets the job done. The next type I use is wallpaper paste or wallpaper glue. Usually it comes in powder like this one, and then you have to add it to water and mix it. Sometimes the result is actual paste, very condensed glue. That's fine. Sometimes the result is liquid. You'll have to play with it. You will see that I work with liquidish concentration. From my experience, the best mixture is 1 full teaspoon per 1 cup of water. When you prepare it, you prepare more than 1 cup of water. Usually for any job you will need at least 3, 4, 5 cups of water. It depends on the size of your project. And then you try it out and you see the results, and then you find out the way you prefer it. I found out the easiest way to prepare it is in a bottle with a wide cap, or even in a jar like this one with very wide opening. You just put the water into it. You put the 3, 4, 5 cups of water. You add then the powder to it, and immediately you shake it for quite some time until you don't see the powder in the water anymore, and then you let it sit for a while and it will thicken. It's not a must. This is a recommendation. If you get it, that's okay. If you don't, that's okay. We'll do with any liquid glue.